towards A to kick things off will be Huntsmen. How much damage can they do in the first 5 minutes? But man, have they come to play. Just dominant so far in this series.
And both teams fighting for early B control. Celium doing a great job of locking down middle of the map. Scum just trying to hang on and do what he can. He is quickly traded out. And behind 3 kills from Celium, they're trying to fly on through towards A, and it looks like they've already been able to flip some spawns. You see Chicago spawning out towards yellow. One player trying to hang on to A. That's going to be Envoy. And what does Atlanta Faze want to do right here?
Looks like now they're going to push back to A, try and get this neutral. Lurking there is still going to be Envoy. See if he can get the play done. Not going to be able to do it. This could be the flip. This could be the 3 cap. Now, how long can you hold on to this if you are Faze? Faze making a play. Celium with a bit of lovely movement inside, but no ammo to take the next gunfight. Now, what I'm interested, like, if you're Huntsman, how do you deal with this? You are in a 3 cap right now. There's the neutral to work to get C, but you are in a bad spot. How do you rebound from this in the opening of this game? Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen-in with Huntsman.
Top out dead. Could be mid now.
Yeah, I'm top out. I'm holding top out.
I'm green crate.
Jumped in.
Or red crate. Dead.
Beat on one shot.
I'm still holding top out.
He went outside.
Top scap. I got naded.
I'm absolute here.
I'm still holding low out. Yo, their door again.
Looking door first.
I neutral there.
On point. Got it.
Yo, stack.
Play for kills, guys. Top scap left side. Celium. They might OE right here.
It's their cop car.
You just need to buy time.
I'm still holding top out.
I have your AC.
Yo, ref, we can't hear Preston.
Could they pace our bottom mid?
Yes. He's P3.
Someone get that?
Yeah, he could be bottom mill, guys. They went bottom. We can OE right here.
Yeah,
I'm going through.
Go through.
I'm going green.
Cop car hurt.
I got fork.
I'm one shot.
Oh, dead. He's cop car.
Dead.
There's 3. There's 5 more. Yeah, I'm going back.
Yo, green. AC hop.
Fork in our door. He's gonna hit me.
Preston's fucking OE. Preston kill him OE. No.
Mid-stack. He's cop cut Sim. He's close.
I don't want to see cop cut. Yo, he could OE. Yeah, she's
I spawned green. We're spawning green.
Middle. He's hitting A.
There's 2 and B.
Three crates.
Yeah, we can hear you, Preston. We can hear you.
I got him.
2B. I need help. I'm just
One's gonna be top out.
I'm B.
Our door. BZ, he's back in check.
2 on B.
Yeah.
I got one more.
They left.
Good
Good
job.
job. Simp, or it's BZ. Sorry, BZ is on B.
I'm just playing top L.
I'm looking.
We killed him.
Did you? We killed him.
They're low. I got him low.
I gave up green.
Yo, they're looking for me top L.
Well, Joe, heading into that Astro Gaming listen-in, things could not have looked worse for Huntsmen, but wow, do they rebound.
Yeah, no, I think Prestinni was able to figure out his mic too. So yeah, Prestinni's comms up, you can already see. It looks like Prestinni's on C. So there's the 2 in the neutral. How does Faze want to bounce back from this? We talked about Chicago and what they decided to do. It's looking like a BZ's going to go towards A. He's going to have the help of Simp. They're also capping C. So this could be a big moment, but yeah, I mean, Chicago, just their ability to get out of it, that was big for them. Now can they hold this for the rest of the 90 seconds?
Because that was basically a worst-case scenario early, right? You get flipped. There's like a 3 cap, a 2 in a neutral. You're in a bad spot, but what an answer it is from Huntsman. Simp just so worried there's still somebody here. Hasn't hopped on the neutral quite yet. Still spawning safe. Is Huntsman. He hears the footstep. That's going to be formal, but Simp is still lurking. Able to pick up a second. That's pushing forward. Big plays from Simp. They're going to challenge. Able to stay alive. The reach out comes in, and Simp is frying. There's going to be the cap onto A. There's going to be the cap onto B. Might have a 3 cap here, even if it's only for a moment. Now, how long can Simp keep this rolling amongst a sea of Huntsman players? But the damage done, at least for a moment.
And well, Prisa, so they're going to have this 2 cap at least for the last 30 seconds. And remember, you know, Chicago, they started on the A side. So overall, this is a great positive for Atlanta Faze to have the game this close. They're going into the stronger side. Prestinni with a nice 3 kills there, starting to heat up as the half ends. And when you take a look at the scoreboard, Formal 1-9, not having the best game, but what's it really matter if the game's still this close?
Yeah, well, I mean, even think about the start from Scump in map 1. It didn't seem to matter.
Yeah.
Like, And that was something we touched on for them for a while. Like they always had, or like there's teams we've touched, like Optic, for instance. There's always one guy that puts up a dud, and they can't seem to overcome it. Like Huntsmen have had a couple games like that, and they're still in the lead. So the teamwork is on point. The decision making has been excellent. But this play from Sim might have been the best we saw. This challenge here. Sorry for seeing, but he soars on out. Nice play from Sim.
Yeah, but still, 5-point lead. Now pressure on Atlanta to keep them alive in this series. It all comes down to these final 5 minutes.
Can they push it to a map 4? And even if they get to a map 4, it's a very good map for a very good hardpoint team. So far, so good from Cellium as the mid-map pressure gets
thwarted. But he's done that both halves. Like he's dominated middle of the map both starts, and it has turned into, well, you saw the flip early on in the last half, and this time it's going to turn into an A-B hold. You do have Prestinni, who's worked all the way through towards back Firehouse. That's going to open up a lot of lanes for Chicago to work towards B. There's going to be 3 members pushing it, but Simp is inside him and a Beezy. The Tiny Terror's locking it down. They're going to deal with the first B push. Major Maniac's going to deal with Prestinni all the way towards the back. A nice hold from Atlanta.
Yeah, and this is the clean setup you would want if you're Atlanta. Now, how long can they lock in Huntsmen? How long can they reduce the chaos? Because that was a wild final couple of minutes. Well, actually, the whole 5 minutes was kind of crazy from the first half. Not a lot of just comfortable 2-cap holds. But Faze trying to do their best to slow the game down now. Here comes the smoke. Here comes the chaos.
Yeah, three in a row. 3 deaths in a row from Atlanta. They do spawn up, and well, one of the reasons we talk about this being the strong side is you can get those nades in, but nice win from Abizi. Chicago, they're able to capture B, and behind Envoy, they're going to fly through. This is what we saw both teams do in the first half. That's all they want to do. You see the spawns for Atlanta. What do they want? Because now they're on the brink of being 3-capped.
They got to make a decision. They got to do it together. They're soaring back to A. They want to deal with that first. But Formal and Prestinni's M4 is able to lock it down. Still so much pressure here from Huntsman. Every 5 seconds, this becomes deadly. And now you got to grab C. You don't have a choice. The score is going to get absurd. It's going to get absurd quickly. It's 4 in a row for Envoy. He's 14-7 on the map. That's the flip you need if you're Huntsman with 3 minutes left to go. Just a huge point there for Huntsman.
Yeah, you just cannot all go down at the same time the way Atlanta Faze does. I mean, we've been seeing it more and more. As soon as you get B, if you're able to find the next set of kills right outside the A door, you just fly. You know you're going to be able to flip those spawns. You put them in a tough position. And really the only way to stop it is get the trades on the push, and they're just not able to do so. And well, now you can just see the kill feed. It is all Chicago.
Chicago, Huntsman, close to putting this away in a very convincing 3-0 fashion. Stomp 'em map 1, stomp 'em map 2. All the questions about how this matchup would go, soon to be answered. You've got 2 minutes to show your worth at your phase and somehow rebound. But Huntsman just seemed to be too strong today, too on point. Very little mistakes and highlight moments throughout this hour, but not how I expected it to go. Huntsman just so good right now.
Yeah, I was thinking 3-1 Huntsman, but I mean, they're playing.
Look at the streak from Prestinni right now. It's 10, by the way.
Yeah, I think he was really worried about his comms during the first half. He started off like 1-5, right? You know, your mic's not working. You're like, crap, right? During a match, so he's able to get that figured out. And then since then, he has just been frying with this M4. I'm sure he is loving playing with an AR.
11 in a row. Now it just seems to be a matter of time. It's a dozen for Prestinni. Up to 13, up to 14. Just cooking everybody on Faze. The latest addition to this Huntsman roster, making his presence known with a bomb to close out this series. What an addition he has been to this squad.
Well, they're up to 32. It's 36 with a 3-cap, and I don't think we've seen that all year, a perfect 3-cap for that long. So we're almost to the point, or basically there, where it is mathematically impossible. But here is the opportunity. You're going to have one player on A, and I don't even know if it's going to matter with this tick coming through. I think that is it, Clint. That is 36 points. That is going to be the game. That's going to be the 3-0.
And it is a convincing 3-0. Huntsman so deadly right now. The only weakness seemed to be the search and destroy, and they come out and beat the best search and destroy team in the world 6-1. How good can they get? What a performance from Huntsmen as they'll move on into another final and see if they can locate their third home series victory to join what? Mutineers at the top in that regard.
Oh, and you got to think what the, I mean, also what this means moving forward. You know what I mean? Like this is also a mental battle. We talk about that a lot in Call of Duty, and you know we've only seen this matchup once as our observer team saying have a nice day, have a great Sunday as well.